Why is getting pre-approved the first step of the home buying process? Watch this video and then give me a call.
Hey, this is Chris Trapani, the Mortgage Pro. Today I want to introduce you to what is a pre-approval, how does it work, how do you get one, what do I need it for? Okay, here's why you need to be pre-approved. One, you can't go see a house, fall in love with some house, and then find out you're not approved or not approved for that amount. That's really not wise on your part, and it's really not good for the realtor to show you houses if he doesn't know you could be a pre-approved. Plus, what happens is every offer must go to the listing agent. The listing agent will present it to the seller of the house. But if they're not pre-approved, well, where's the pre-approval letter? Where's the DU? That's called the desktop underwriter approval. It goes right through Fannie Mae's website. If you're not approved, they're not going to accept the offer, but how do they know if you're approved or not? So it's really not wise to do that. You're better off going through the approval process with me. I'm going to help you. I'm going to hold your hand. It's not that complicated. Okay, so people ask all the time, what's the difference between a pre-qualification and a pre-approval? Well, I'm going to start with what is a pre-qualification. Here's how it works. I can make a phone call to you. We can talk a couple of minutes. Hey, what's your credit score, Harry? Oh, okay, 650. Great. Harry, how much money do you make? Great, that sounds good. What are your debts like, Harry? Okay, we can have this long conversation, and I'm going to ask you all the details. Do you have a bankruptcy? Are you a first-time home buyer? Are you married? Do you have children? Are you divorced? Do you pay child support? Do you pay out? I'm going to ask you all these kind of questions. And, you know, it takes 15 minutes, 10 minutes or so, and I can pre-approve you based on my 27 years experience. I'm going to know that you're pre-qualified to buy a house. But it's not the same as a pre-approval. Okay, so here's what a pre-approval is. You've answered all those questions for me already. Awesome. Now show me on paper. What do I mean? Well, you told me that you make $32 an hour on your job. I need to see your pay stubs so I can actually enter it into the computer so we know exactly and calculate exactly what your income is. You told me your credit score was a 650. Well, sometimes I run it and guess what? It's a 690. That's awesome, even better. Sometimes I run it when you think it's a 650 and you run it off one of those consumer type credit report agencies and it actually turns out to be a 580. So we need to really know for a pre-approval exactly what your score is. We also need to know how much debt do you have. And a lot of people say, well, Chris, my car payment is $400 a month. Well, it's really $442.50. You don't get qualified off the 400. You have to get qualified off the exact amount. Same thing with credit cards. Oh, I spend about $50 a month. Well, if it's 53, we got to count those $3. Every little thing counts. How do you get paid? Do you get paid hourly? Do you get paid salary? A lot of times, most people actually miscalculate their income really bad. So we have to take a look at all of these things. You have money in the bank. Oh, Chris, yeah, I got 12 grand. And I look at the bank statement and it says 9,200. Well, I just wrote a check to pay my bill. Well, see, I have to know these things so I could do a full pre-approval. Once I have all your data, usually 2 years taxes, sometimes 3. I enter everything into a computer. I'm running it right through Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac's website. I am looking at your credit. It's going to evaluate your credit. It's going to evaluate how much money you have saved, how much is in your 401k, how much is in an annuity, whatever the amount of money you have. Oh, you're going to get a gift. It's going to evaluate that. It tells me, okay, you've been on the job for 1 year and 8 months. What about your previous job? We're going to evaluate that. It's going to run through a computerized algorithm, and it's going to give us what we call an approved eligible. That's exactly what we're looking for, and then we can start the home buying process. Okay, I'm going to take this even to the next level. It's better than being pre-approved. Guess what that is? It's actually being approved. How do I do that? Well, I'm going to take all that documentation that I have analyzed, my assistants have analyzed, we've entered into the computer, and we're actually going to submit it to the underwriter. The underwriter is the person who approves or denies the file. They are, think of it in legal terms, they are judge, jury, and prosecuting attorney all in one. And I am the defense attorney representing you, and the judge, jury, and prosecuting attorney, underwriter, they're making believe you're lying, cheating, and stealing, trying to get that loan through. So I have to forensically prove on paper that you're telling the truth. They're going to look at all the numbers, everything I've already put in, and they're going to issue the approval. Do you know how powerful that is? When you go to make an offer, now you're out seeing homes with a realtor, you make an offer, but you're not making an offer from a position of weakness. Oh, is this loan going to get approved? We get to make an offer, say, this loan is already underwriter approved. Sometimes that actually helps you get a better price. Okay, now I'm really excited for you because you are approved. I want you to go see the houses. Now I want you to go fall in love with the houses. Now I want you to make offers on that house. It's your dream house. And I want you to have a letter in your hands that says, I'm already approved to buy this house. That's an awesome thing to do. And together, we're going to fire your landlord.